So if you want to like quickly cook it up during the week, you want to cook up your green beans, your broccoli, your snow peas. That way you have one pot of boiling water and you cooked up the veg all for the week. And then you want to cool them down in cold water and then dry them in the salad spinner several times to get all the moisture out. 3/4 of the way. And then that way, that day, you're just, for the night, you're just going to quickly saute with the garlic and oil and you have a veg. Have a steamer, or maybe they just want to boil it, but that's another way. Sure, steamer would be the best.
That maintains more of the nutrients.
More of the nutrients, yes. I have that in the recipe that the longer you cook, the worse the nutritional value will be. So the broccoli, you just want to cut into small florets, really thin pieces, and then you're going to put into the salad spinner and wash them. And then that way there won't be any fat. And then slice very thin, of course, because everything should cook very quickly.
Heat a large sauté pan, preferably non-stick, over medium-high heat.
Okay, so I have a large pot today, and then it's on the stove already, so we'll get that started in a few minutes. What's after that?
Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, spray with cooking spray, and heat for a few seconds before adding chicken into a thin layer.
Okay. Chicken oil.
Did you put olive oil in?
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? With the asparagus, the best way to figure out where to cut it, where it's too woody and it's too tough, you actually just take a piece and you break it off, and then that's generally where you need to cut it. So then you can just do a quick, fast, and then the rest, you can keep the rubber band on to wash it. And I actually peel the asparagus if it's too thick, and that way it's not woody, and people sometimes don't like it stringy. They don't like it, so that's why I peel that. The shallot, cut off the ends, and I always try to keep, even like from the grocery store, as my garbage bowl, so that everything is in a nice clean spot. Cut it in half. Peel it off.
I never buy a shallot. I always buy an onion.
You can definitely, but it is an onion, but it's just really small, really sweet, and it's cute. It's cute because it's not as potent as like a huge onion in your face, and you could take an onion and mince it, but this is nice and sweet, and it's good.
Is it true that lemon juice takes the smell of onion off the pan?
Yes and no. I mean, I think it does because it's strong, right? But now you smell like a lemon.
Right.
But I think it's better than nothing.
Right.
So I think it works, especially with garlic. And so I just slice it
That's
thin.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to invent a soap.
They have several.
Gotta take apart.
Okay, so I'll slice it thin, and then we'll put. Now, of course, the day that I wanted to purchase for you orange cauliflower, they did not have it at the store, but it's actually so much better for you. It's 25 times more vitamin A than any other cauliflower. It's so much better for you. So if you ever see the orange one, the green or the purple, they're just different types of color and pigments, but the orange actually has better nutritional value, so it's much better for you. So definitely get it if you can. It tastes the same. Well, I go at Hannaford. It's up by me, but I'm sure you can get it at Whole Foods or when you can. Exactly. Right. So you saw. Okay. So then I just cut it in half, and then if the salad spinner is empty, or say they don't like asparagus, but then that's the reason why. So just I'll show you just to see you. I actually just do down here, okay? And then you can just slice it.
Now, why do you peel it?
Because it's very stringy and tough and on the bottom. So sometimes people say they don't like asparagus, but then that's the reason why. So just
A little more water.
let me see here.
That's it? Yeah. Did you season the chicken at all?
No, not yet. You can season it if you would like.
Which I
Okay. Good. Is it cooking in there? That'll be at least a half an hour.
Oh, that's 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's on like medium heat. Is it boiling already? Is it simmering?
It was simmering.
So let it simmer. Okay, so maybe.
What did you do? You put the rice in and the chicken broth?
And the garlic.
And the garlic.
And just let it cook until the rice is tender, and then the chicken will be tender.
And that won't turn the chicken to rubber?
No, because the longer you cook it, the more tender it'll be. Okay, for the zucchini, you can just slice it thin and then slice it on the bias. But what I did was I took out the seeds from the middle. I actually cut it and then kept on turning it over. You take out all the seeds. The seeds, because then it has a lot of moisture and liquid, and then that's what gets really soft, and this will stay firm, so that way it doesn't taste soggy. And you really, there's not much nutrition that you're gonna consume from the seeds anyway, so. They're all great. This is, you know, the Wusthof, but you can use any type of, it's a heavy duty knife, but you need to use something that you feel comfortable with. And like this is heavier than this knife. This is very light. So if you feel comfortable, I like it heavier because then I feel like I actually won't slide as much. And then this is a serrated knife. I feel like that's better for peppers, tomatoes, something that might be slipperier and won't slide as much. So it's completely up to your preference. Does anyone just, well, no, just because of the beans, just to get out the starch, yes.
Oh, okay.
But
a strainer or anything?
the salad spinner.
But I use that for everything.
Everything. Everything. Okay, so let's go.
Is that enough? I think I don't. No, I haven't had it for years, but it's just, we're all talking about it. It's more to clean. The beans, because you're cleaning over the part.
Exactly. Yeah, you just try to, the key is even if you're going to do all this work, you might as well just do everything at one shot, get it done with, and it's not that big. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you want to use less olive oil, you can spray the vegetables with olive oil. And I try to leave a small container with salt, so that way you can actually pinch and it's not coming out of a container. Yes, kosher salt. Pepper. Poultry seasoning.
Does that rice have any seasoning, or that was just plain wild rice?
It was wild rice, black rice, brown rice, wild rice.
But it wasn't seasoned.
No.
If you wanted to,
No, that has a lot of sodium in it.
if you wanted, I know it would be as exciting, but to put like plain rice in it.
Oh, sure, definitely. It'll cook up faster. It'll cook up faster, but I like to use brown rice then because then they don't. Right. Zucchini, is this one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, now cut off the ends. And then you just take out really quick.
I did that, it would look so.
And then you just pull the ends, slice it really thin. Okay, does anybody want to continue with that? And then these you can just slice thin too. And then the other way and dice. And we'll add it right into the roasted vegetable. Really small. It's like roasted peppers, they start to caramelize, they get sweet. The cauliflower, you want to keep it bigger because you don't want it to be soft. Exactly. Same with the zucchini, that's why I took out the seeds, so it's not a lot of moisture when you're roasting. The asparagus, we peeled the ends of it, so that way that's nice and tender. And then everything really should be cooked perfectly. So really, you're going to wait on the cauliflower. Everything else is small, so you want, as soon as the cauliflower is tender, you're done.
And how long are the vegetables good for, do you think?
They're good for about 4 or 5 days. As long as you keep them dry, put them in maybe a glass roasting, glass oven safe dish, and then doesn't have a lot of moisture, there's no reason why you can't. If anyone wants to put that into the oven's at 300. Can you store it with a paper towel? So good, because actually they get roasted and nutty. They're so amazing actually cooked. Yeah.
So red versus white?
No difference, they all have the same.
I sold everyone right.
Yes. Hopefully.
I'm lucky
I try to use as little as possible. There's really no reason to add a lot because it defeats the purpose of roasting it. So, and they taste really good on their own.